On this episode of Doing the Most, we are in part 2 of our Texas Mead Fest mead tastings.
Homemade brews and various how-tos, everything from mead to roast, bake creation, fermentation, inebriation, doing the most.
These two came back with us from Texas Mead Fest, and a couple weeks later, I was down in Austin, so I swung by Meridian Hive's tasting room and picked up these two because we didn't have any lemon to taste. What can we say that we didn't say about them last time?
I mean, you actually went and visited them. I've never been to their...
Yeah, their tasting room was interesting. It was pretty casual. They had it set up kind of like a barkeep kind of setup. She had her taps and her cash register. And when we went in, we just approached her and said, "Hey, we met the owners a couple weekends ago. We're here to do a tasting," and she set us up with a tasting flight at no cost.
Cool.
So we had 4 or 5 different meads, and one of them we were kind of like waffling on the last one, and she recommended this like off-menu blend that she does of 2 of them. So we got one of those too.
One of the things I'd really like to do is test mixed drinks with some of our product, because I think there's a lot of potential to like mix some of our flavors with whiskeys, maybe even a rum.
There's some place that I think I saw it on Reddit where they do a like frozen slushy mead cocktail.
That could be really
So it's
good.
like a mead snow cone.
This would
almost.
be great as a snow cone.
Yeah.
actually.
So there were several tables of people in there. It was very busy for like 1 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. They have several fermentation tanks. They have, I think that I only saw 1 bright tank, and then they've got everything on tap, which I'm presuming is kegs. And then there's just like cans of mead everywhere, like walls of cans of mead. It was really cool to see. So the lemon, what do you think?
I like it. It'd be really good in the summertime.
It's my favorite thing they make.
I think you could, like I said, you could mix this with a ton of things and make some pretty wild drinks, but I do like it. I like that it's tart because it is pretty tart, but you still get like some honey after notes.
The one critique I'll have of this is it just tastes like a great honey lemonade. This is so crushable. Like you're right, like if you had just mowed the lawn, you could just sit down, or 2, without even really realizing it. It's very, very refreshing.
I guess we could get the rosé out of the way.
Ruby Red Draft Mead. This has got hibiscus, I think. Ruby Red Grapefruit, dark sweet cherry concentrate hibiscus, yeast water honey.
So what is the ABV of this one? This one's 5, this one's 6.5.
5.8.
Look at that. Just the gambit.
It's almost like they planned it. So likely due to the cherry and hibiscus, this has got a pronounced ruby red glow.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty. I'm impressed by their colors and by their clarity.
Oh yeah. The clarity's pretty.
Very curious if they filter or not. Not my favorite.
I mean, I understand a lot of people probably like this a lot. It's just not for me.
It's drier than the lemon. There's not as much sweetness.
And the cherry's really there. And it doesn't taste like medicine, like a lot of cherry stuff does.
No, and the grapefruit is there too, in like a pithy kind of way.
Yeah.
But it's not like offensive.
No. Like I said, none of the things that we've had from them are bad.
No.
If we have to like what we're doing is essentially just like ranking our favorites to like our least favorites.
Right,
and
right.
This one happens to be of everything I've tried my least favorite, but like I said, I understand why they make it. A lot of people probably really, really like it.
Yeah. It's just kind of bland for me. Watery. It's watery.
Yeah, I could see that.
And
I'm just not a big fan of cherry almost anything, so that kind of kills it for me.
I just want a little bit more, and I think I want a little bit more chew to it, just a little bit more thickness, so I feel like honey is there.
I mean, it coats your mouth. It doesn't. It coats it. This one's also like a lot less carbonated for some reason.
It is. It does seem very still in the glass.
I mean, does it say?
Refreshing and bubbly.
Yeah. If you're a fan of cherry at all, you'd probably really like this, but
it just feels mislabeled to me. If you're gonna liken something to a rosé, I expect it to taste kind of grapey, kind of winey, and this is not that. This tastes like a dry cherry, citrus cherry. And so, like, I think part of it for me is I see a rosé in the glass, and I taste it, and it's not what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. To each his own.
Yeah.
Like I said, not my favorite, but I get why people would like it. I mean, I could see people enjoying this. It's just not my thing. It's the cherry thing.
Meridian Hives. I can see people enjoying this.
Thank you. I'm sure they really love that. It's obviously drinkable. We didn't pour it out.
Well, yeah. I mean, these have been aging in my wine cellar
For 30 days?
for a whole month.
Yeah. Here. Oops. Got away from me there.
All right, blackberry. What else is in here? One of the things I do appreciate about them is their very transparent ingredients.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Super cool. Water, honey, blackberry concentrate, and yeast.
Now, I will preface my opinion with the fact that the blackberry is my favorite berry.
Yeah.
This would not make my top 3 or 4 of their products though, and it's not because it doesn't taste like blackberry. It's kind of like, so I don't really like this one because I don't like cherry. Mm-hmm. I don't dislike this one because I really like blackberry, but I think I'm getting something similar. Maybe have like a similar opinion to what you have with the rosé.
What I want from this, the flavor, or like the notes of the flavor are good, but what I want is more jamminess.
Yeah.
I want that kind of blackberry cobbler sensation.
Right. But hey, I mean, like you said, they're $2.50 a can.
Right.
So I'm not knocking. Like, for the price point, it tastes like blackberries.
Also with blackberry and most berries, it's hard to get a real authentic flavor when you are resigned to using concentrates.
Which,
and on this scale,
totally understand.
Absolutely understand, but it's so tough to get that flavor.
Yeah. It's not killable like the lemon. I mean, I'm gonna probably kill it because we're doing a shoot.
Because we paid for it.
Yeah.
They have a pretty good range, pretty good selection. Most of it's available in cans. I do understand from the internet that they're starting a bottling, kind of like a membership club. Mm-hmm. So go to their website. There's information on that. I guess there's a few different tiers, but the one they're pushing is $300 a year.
And what does that get?
It gets you 12 bottles a year, so it averages out to like $25 a bottle. If you're interested, there's that. I'm curious to see how it turns out, and hopefully they've got something bottled the next time we're down there, so we can pick one of those up and taste that too. Okay, thanks for watching. Our website's doingthemost.org. You can also find us on Instagram and Pinterest at doingthemostokay. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.